Mimi kama Kiberenge nataka niseme kwamba when the madness of an entire nation disturbs a solitary mind, it's not enough to say that a man is mad. That is the preamble of my presentation tonight. When the madness of an entire nation disturbs a solitary mind, it's not enough to say that a man is mad. That is by Francis Imbuga in his book called Betrayal in the City. And that is the preamble of what I want to say. I have heard people speak here so much about tribalism. I've heard people castigating each other because of tribalism. But I want to say here categorically tonight that the only person who can speak categorically against tribalism is a lawyer. Lawyers are liberals and I'm one of them. Ule mtu ambaye anaweza ongea against ukabila, ambaye ha practice ukabila Kenya hii ni muluya, ndio anafaa kuongea kuongea against ukabila. Kwa sababu muluya, we are liberals, we do not practice tribalism. We support Raila even when Musalia is on the ballot. So ile kitu nataka kusema mambo ya Gachagua, to me it remains a diversionary tactic against pertinent issues that are affecting ordinary citizens. It is a ploy by Dr. William Samuel Ruto to divert our attention from pertinent issues that are affecting us. And it is a tactic which we must refuse. We must not have our minds diverted. Before Gachagua walituletea Endarasha. Endarasha diverted us for almost a month. After Endarasha, they brought for us Gachagua. After Gachagua, there will be another Endarasha. Or people somewhere will burn in a car so that our minds can be diverted. Today, Ketrako has signed a deal of 95 billion with Adani to control and manage the Kenya power infrastructure for the next 30 years. Let me say this. If Rigathi Gachagua is incompetent, Dr. William Samuel Ruto is more incompetent for appointing an incompetent person as a deputy president. Makofi tafadhali. If Rigathi Gachagua is tribal, Dr. William Samuel Ruto is 100% tribal. If you want to finish tribalism in this country, list down the list of principal secretaries in this country. List down the list of parastatal heads in this country. If you are serious, you want to handle tribalism. You cannot handle tribalism with the tribalism. Today we are being told that the replacement of Gachagua must be a Kikuyu. Are we fighting tribalism? No. Are we fighting tribalism? The people who impeached Gachagua are corrupt. So to me it is 349 robbers crucifying a pickpocket. Yeah. The people who impeached Gachagua were bribed 500,000 each. So we are fighting corruption. Yes, they have said. Most of them have confessed. They have said Gachagua alikuja na 2 million na tayari tukawa tumechukua ya Ruto. Si wamesema hivyo? They have said. Gachagua alikuja na 2 million tayari tulikuwa tumeshachukua ya Ruto. Yes. So what I'm saying, the Gachagua impeachment is pure shenanigans, semantics, and we must ignore it and focus on issues that affect us. We must talk about Adani, we must talk about Chief, we must talk about pertinent issues that affect us as Kenyans. Gachagua is not one of the issues that is affecting us. Both Gachagua and Ruto are tribal. Both Gachagua and Ruto are corrupt. Both Gachagua and Ruto are thieves. All of them must go. That is my opinion. All of them. If we want to address tribalism in this country, Gachagua and Ruto must go. And don't ask me how will they go. Another motion must be prepared in a quick succession with that of Gachagua, so that all of them can go. You cannot tell me that a brown hyena is bad than a black hyena. You can't tell me that. You can't. They are all what? Thank you. All of them must go. Hyena sio mzuri ati kwa sababu kala yake ni tofauti na ingine. All of them are what? And they must all do what? Go. Yes, let me finish, Mr. Speaker. I want to finish by saying this, that these shenanigans and these innuendos and semantics, we are being treated to as Kenyans, that Gachagua is being impeached because in order to finish tribalism. Gachagua is being impeached in order to finish corruption. Gachagua is being impeached in order to finish whatever. It is all nonsense. I'm saying nonsense. Nonsense is not an abusive language. Anything that has been declared by the Supreme Court of Kenya becomes law. Nonsense was a word, a term that was validated by the Supreme Court of Kenya. And I want to quote the CJ. I want to quote the Chief Justice of Kenya in the matter of the Supreme Court, Raila Odinga versus the IBC. This is what the CJ said, that it is hot air, it is red herring, it is worthless pursuit, it is red herring, it is vain attempt, and it is nonsense. Gachagua's impeachment is what? Nonsense. We are telling Ruto, my friend, we want to focus on issues that affect us. We want to talk about Adani. We want to talk about Chief. If you want to know that, Speaker, I'm finalizing in 1 minute. If you want to know that they are diverting our attention, immediately they finished the impeachment of Gachagua on Tuesday. The House was full. 349 MPs were present. Even those who normally never, what we call perennial absentees, were present on that day. Even Oscar Sudi, who has missed 80 sittings, was present on that day. But if you want to know how useless we are, the next day, Wednesday, when they were supposed to discuss issues that affect us, there was no quorum. The Speaker had to adjourn the sitting because there was no quorum. And we are here clapping, cheering the impeachment of Gachagua. Yet it does not help us. It is meant to divert our attention. Mr. Speaker, I am saying that we need to discuss pertinent issues that affect us. Gachagua's impeachment is an issue. It is irrelevant to us. It does not help us. Even my small brother, Kasmuel Makure, will agree with me that it does not help us at all. It doesn't. Now, my last thing I want to talk. I'm not trying to get any credibility, my brother, but I know Makure's level, and you are not on that level, Mr. Speaker, and I also recognize kiongozi mashuhuri Gaucho. I must recognize you. I want to address Susan Mangeni, the Principal Secretary of the Ministry of MSMEs. And I also want to address Deborah Mulongo of the Ministry of Health. Those two, Mr. Speaker, allow me. I want to address Susan Mangeni of the Ministry of MSMEs and Deborah Mulongo, the Ministry of Health. We need to see Deborah Mulongo about this thing called SHA, Social Health Authority. We need to see her doing her work. We need to see Deborah Mulongo because the previous holder of that office was replaced because of incompetence. So we are telling Deborah Mulongo, don't be incompetent. Please, don't be incompetent. This issue of SHA, Kenyans need to understand it. Kenyans need to understand Chief. Deborah Mulongo must do her work. and Susan Mangeni of MSMEs, she must get to the ground and do her work. We want to see those people doing their work. We want to see them doing their work. Mr. Speaker, finally, there is a saying by the Igbos of Nigeria. They say, before you swallow an okeke, measure the diameter of your anus. Kabla umeze mbegu ya maembe, pima upana ya mkundu yako. Asante.